Hey everybody, my name is Lisa. I am the Crafty Goddess. Hello and welcome, or welcome back. If you are new to my channel, I like to play with yarn, beads, charms, and trinkets, and fidget with stuff constantly on camera. So if any of this interests you, sometimes I like to play in the kitchen too. So if this sounds doable at all for you, please feel free to click like and subscribe and hit the notification bell as well. It'll let you know when I post more videos. Sorry for the shaky cam. The thumbnail for this video I took outside because I wanted to do it outside because it's a nice day out. The weather is actually quite pleasant. Hi, kitten. It's still like today is the day of filming. It is August the 23rd, 2026. And it's one of the few days in August where I am not sweating like a woman of ill repute in a house of worship. So I wanted to go outside because the weather has cooled down a little bit, but unfortunately it is a little windy out there. So pardon my messy hair. Hi bubbies. Yeah, as soon as I turn on the camera, all of a sudden everybody wants to chat. So, as soon as I would open my mouth to start talking, after I hit record, the wind would pick up and just things would blow, and I'm like, just, no, not happening today. Are you coming out for a visit? Right now we're fostering a newborn, well, not a newborn, but a mummy cat and a kitten because my neighbors are in the process of trying to get their stuff together. So my husband and I said, yeah, we're also looking after my husband's son's dog. It's a bit of a full house. So, yeah, that's another reason why I wanted to go film outside because, it's not undoable, but my heart's deeper than my wallet. Yeah. Anyway, so if you hear like a bunch of like meows and whatnot, maybe the occasional bark, one of the barks does belong to our puppy dog. Wherever she is. Oh, she's taking over the couch. Oh, it's a full house in here. But anyway, I didn't come here to talk to you about the animals that we're trying to take care of. I am attempting to do an installment of my Maker Monday series. I've been working on this. There's a mop in the background. Sorry, I just noticed that. I'm trying to get things set up like at a decent angle where I can still enjoy the breeze that's coming through the apartment. I usually film in the office, which is also a shared creative space with my husband, but it's undergoing a bit of an organization. Well, it's more like chaos at this point. Uh, I've been getting stuff ready for different festivals and whatnot. There's one coming up this weekend, so I've been on a bit of a mad last minute rush to get things done, and the office looks like a mess. So I'm filming out here in my I guess the front part of the apartment, like living rooms behind here, and then we got the kitchen and whatnot. So, but I'm out here because there's a nice breeze going through. Anyway, enough ramble. Maker Monday, yes, I've been working on this project for a while. You saw it in the thumbnail. I started this, I think, a couple months ago. Leave it to me to start like a big heavy project in the summer when it's like sweltering and hot. But as I explained in my Walmart yarn haul video, I saw this yarn at Walmart and I really wanted to make a blanket out of it, but I didn't see this yarn for the longest time until a little while ago when I saw 2 more cakes of it. Yes, I am making a blanket out of it. Here's the blanket so far. I can't show the whole thing because it is quite massive. It is about 3 feet across, roughly about 36, 37 inches across. I wanted it big enough that I can put it over my body somewhat, and I want to make it long enough to at least cover me from head to toe. It is currently, I've used 4 cakes of it so far. 4 cakes of what, you may ask? It is the, hi Furball. Here's Furballs running around. It is the Lion Brand Cover Story Dreamland. And it's a blanket yarn. I've never really been one to play with blanket yarns. I once made a lap blanket for my mother-in-law when she was still alive. I made it for her when she was in assisted living. It was just like a lap blanket, basically, that I finger knit because the thickness of the yarn was pretty huge, and I did not and still do not have a 25 millimeter crochet hook. But this yarn, I know I already read the specs in that yarn haul video, but it takes an 8mm knitting needle and crochet hook. Or sorry, it takes a 9mm crochet hook, but I'm using an 8 anyway, because why not? It's a super bulky 6. It is machine washable and dryable. It's 100% polyester, and it's just so gorgeous and soft. It's got like that mink softness to it, like a bit of a furry, I mean, because it is a chenille yarn. But I fell in love with the colorway. It's called Black Cherry. It's red and black. It's right up my alley. I love it. And it's going to make a really nice blanket to snuggle up with when it gets colder out. Because I am in Canada. Winter it will be an inevitability. So I figured I would make myself a nice blankie to snuggle up with. I made one last year for myself out of, excuse me, the Karen anniversary cakes, yes. And that also was a pretty thick. It used like a size 8mm hook. I don't think it was a super bulky of 6 like this. I mean, it probably is. I just haven't checked it in a while. But here's the thing. With that blanket, I did a chevron. There was a crochet chevron throw. And I ignored all the warnings of possibly chaining on longer to accommodate the ridges and whatnot. But I thought, no, I'll be fine. I made a rookie mistake. I chained on how much I thought would be wide enough, not accommodating for the fact that when the chevron pattern would kick in, the width would shrink. So it's not as wide as I thought it would be. But with this one, I'm still doing like I'm doing sort of like a ridge, as you can see, like a bit of a rippled effect. I'm basically doing straight half double crochets back and forth, but I'm doing the half double crochets through the back loop just to get that rippled effect. Nice textured. I mean, not that there isn't enough texture in this yarn anyway, but I wanted a nice, a bit of a textured throw. So don't mind the knot, hide that. I will trim it and sew it in a bit, but so the I kind of went by the gauge. Now it's a blanket. I wasn't really thinking about gauge that much, but the gauge is 4 inches by 4 inches, whatever. So I thought, okay, if I'm gonna, my math has never been my strong suit. Let's put it bluntly. I suck at numbers, but I thought with that gauge suggestion, if I wanted something wide enough to cover me, I figured, okay, so 4 inches by 4 inches, I would cast on 36 stitches to accommodate, because it's like the yarn is so thick, it's almost like an inch, kind of an inch a stitch, but not quite, you know what I mean? And I was going with the crochet suggestion of like 6 rows. It would be 4 inches by 4 inches type of thing, or 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters if we're going to go the metric route. But it's so far it's working out okay. Like I said, it is wide enough to cover me instead of like cutting it off here. And I've used 4 cakes of this so far. And again, I measured it out. I sort of did calculations where I thought, okay, 1 cake, if I did it 1 cake with the number of stitches that I cast on, I think I cast on like 72 or 3 with a couple extra to accommodate the chain 2 to go up to the next row, for the half double crochet. It is currently about just over 4 feet in length, and with 2 more cakes that I'm working through right now, I'm anticipating it'll be about 6 feet in length when it's done, which is great because I'm 5'4". Like I said, I wanted something to at least cover my toes, and I can still pull it up to here with a bit of slack. So yeah, I'm making blankets for myself. I'm making large projects for myself that I can snuggle up with, even though I sweat profusely most of the year anyway. But I thought, who doesn't love something warm and snuggly that they can cuddle up with when they're relaxed, sleeping, napping, whatever. You get the drift. Anyway, enough rambling. This is my Maker Monday project for this week. I am anticipating, because I've been ripping through these cakes pretty quickly, I am anticipating that this will be done at least by next month, by the month of September, just in time for temperatures. I mean, temperatures are dropping now here in southwestern Ontario anyway, but they will probably go back up again by the weekend. Yay! But I just thought, something nice, and with a yarn that I've been eyeballing for the longest time, I finally committed to it, and yeah, she's getting huge. This is a big, beautiful project, and I can't believe it just said big and beautiful in the same sentence. It is a lovely project. I can't wait till it's done. Maybe I'll show it off when it's done. But for now, that's what's been a bit of a focus for me lately, as well as, like I said, I've got the festival season projects to keep me busy. I haven't really showed too many of those just because, like I said, it's, we've been busy with festivals and work and whatnot. But maybe in a future Maker Monday, I can show some of the trinkets and favors and things that I've been making for the markets. Maybe next week, if I'm back from Thorndale in time. But anyway, kitties are getting a little restless, so I'm going to have to go keep an eye on them. That's it for this week. I'll work on that later because, like I said, it is nice and cool enough to work on a big project without completely sweating. Anyway, enough for now. I'm blathering. It's Monday. I've clearly not drank enough coffee yet, so I'm going to go fix that right now. If you were able to put up with this video, if you like what you saw in this video, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate any and all positive feedback. If you feel free, pipe down in the comments down below. Let me know what you're working on, what projects have been absorbing your attention. Have you been prepping for the colder months, or at least in the Northern Hemisphere anyway, we're prepping for the colder months. Have you been working on anything in preparation for cooling temperatures? If so, what have you been working on? Let's swap out some inspiration. And before I forget, if you haven't done so already, please go down here and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to let you know when I post more videos. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Stay safe. Please keep making cool stuff because crafting is therapy. Hopefully next video won't be as disjointed. I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks a lot. Take care for now.